I'm in my little farm truck. I used to do videos all the time, and I had a big following on YouTube, and basically I didn't get my funding, and I quit doing, well, actually the big reason is that I lost my phone that I could do them with, and now I've got a new 50 gigabyte monthly subscription. I can upload quite a bit of videos every month, and that I couldn't do before. So who's number 19? Number 19. All right, so number 19, Undao Du, the fifth age of man. So when you meet someone, you gotta go Undao Du. If you see Bob De Niro, right? Bob De Niro, Morgan Freeman. Just look at QAnon Undao Du videos. And why my mat is a little messed up here. Whoa, I don't want to go in the temple. Which way I want to go? Come on, go straight. Go straight. Anyway, so I am headed to number 19. God, it's hot in here, and I don't have AC. Damn. It's kind of cool outside. It's kind of weird. It's kind of a summer, fall. It was chilly last night. Now it's hot today. Just insane. So fix this camera a little bit. All the rice farmers are collecting their rice. This is rice farming. Now all of this will be all autonomous. I just want you to imagine just a robot doing this. Just going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. I mean, and then just this will be AI driven trucks, right? And make sure there's no cars behind me. And that's all gonna be robot driven. They're paying, each of these farmers is making about $4,000 a month. So there's two guys here, all the guys, the workers. It's very labor intensive when it comes to farming. So this is what we're looking to fix. Now, you may say, what about the poor farmers, right? Well, actually no, because in my system, they're actually getting UBI, so they'll still get paid. They'll still get paid out of the profits. And as everything becomes Danos, they're all getting UBI. So as these, so they're getting basically dividends, as Andrew Yang would say, freedom dividends for the automation of their, of their business. So it's just a matter of think of the savings, right? Now understand, a Dano is owned by the people for the people. Danos are decentralized, autonomous, nonprofit organizations. They exist on the blockchain. They're tied to an existing nonprofit or B Corp or C Corp. It doesn't matter. They're all tied together. But in a Dano, basically you have a new kind of stakeholder you add in the in the articles of incorporation called stakeholders. They're members, new kind of member called a stakeholder. And ultimately, these stakeholders approve everything. So the board nominates changes, but the stakeholder approves it. They approve the final budgets, everything else, and you'll have AI ultimately doing the accounting. You'll have AI doing the legal stuff. You'll have the AI taking over all these different roles. The board of directors will really be known as delegates, and ultimately the stakeholders, there'll be appointments and everything else, and there'll be delegates of the organization. So the delegates really don't have a lot of power except for making day-to-day decisions and everything else. Certain things keep the business going just like a regular entity, the AI just manages everything. So all of these rice fields, that you're looking here, all of this stuff here, okay, is all going to be run autonomous. I mean, it's all rice, all harvesting, and you would still drive the tractor out to the field, okay. You drive the tractor out to the field, and everything else gets managed. So nothing really changes. Except for you don't have the extra person. You have a guy drive it out, and the tractor would stop on the field. The tractor wouldn't come home, not yet. Eventually it probably will. But right now I just see tons and tons of vehicles. Now, one of the big problems with this is that these big companies want to sell you a brand new solution. And what happens to all these old solutions? It's as we say in Japanese, it's mottainai, wasteful. What we need to do is have solutions that ultimately are not wasteful and that we can recycle. So instead of thinking about buying new tractors, we go the harder route by retrofitting existing tractors, and there's something called open farmware. So you can Google open farmware and kind of learn about this. So open farmware is a solution where people can make their own tractors and do all this other stuff. So it's there. So how does this tie to number 19? Well, number 19 understands the challenges that we're facing in regards to a world that is being consumed in every different level. As an artist, his first video, I saw his video, is number 19, the Summer Wind, is all about that. And I'll share the video. I'm going to play the video at the events. So at least the first and second event, we'll play the video. The other thing, number 19, is connected. He's highly connected to a lot of folks. He's received funding from. Am I going the right way? I think so. I have no idea. Here's where I want. Let's leave for this road. All right. Yeah. It's like driving the back road. See, the beautiful thing is in Japan there is no traffic. But at least here I can actually have my camera on my camera mount that I used to make videos all the time. So it makes it a lot easier. So that's our first project. It's autonomous. It's Puerto Rico rice. And the beautiful thing about Puerto Rico is that they got 65,000 hectares of farmland not being used, owned by the government. We can create partnerships with other and launch nanos. We just launched nano after nano after nano after nano. And the net profits are going to a few individuals. It's going back into the community, back into the fund, and the way the investors get money back is in the tokenization through an STO of these projects. Every nano has a token, and you can think of the collective benefit all these nanos together is significant, right? So I really should do my map. All right, well, I'm gonna leave that video here. All right, maybe not. Keep talking a little longer. So I'm headed up there. I'm spending the night with number 19, and anyway, so yeah, I get no viewers anymore. I'm here and I got no viewers, no likes, no nothing, because the Google algorithm and their AI now is controlling their algorithm, and they're deciding who to share the content with. So even if I have people following me and they're not getting shared with, it's kind of bullshit, in my view. What I could do is share it like this, share to, I want to share to Facebook. Why isn't Facebook on here? I don't know, actually, I want to go this way. I want to go through one front, forward. Keep going forward. Let's say. It doesn't work. Alright, share. See if anyone comes. So now I've shared to Facebook. Let's see if anyone shows up on the road to 19. So in my view, 19 is that catalyst, right? 19 is the person who, when I did the Shakespeare Festival, Dick Fallon was number 19 for the Southern Shakespeare Festival, and he opened the doors. He, you know, for example, yesterday, when I visited him yesterday, he told his buddy when he come down, spend the night, drink, and he's like a senpai. So in Japanese culture, when someone like that invites you, when your senpai invites you, it's very rude to say no. So I'm meeting a person who is, highly connected in the corporate area. So he's reaching out to his network and basically introducing me to them and what I'm doing. And that's a very honorable thing to do when someone basically, takes you on that way. It's a very, very big honor. And, that happens in Japanese culture a lot more than it does in our Western culture. So we're having dinner, and then we're gonna drink, maybe go to the onsen, obviously we go onsen together, and talk. And really what I'll be taught, his friend speaks English, pretty good English. He lived in the States for 2 years, and I can share and talk about Founders.